Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we are talking about the launch of the Toronto LiftOff Film Festival and also finding out which films have made it through to the network round from the New York LiftOff Film Festival. I can see that there's quite a few people watching at this moment in time, so if you are in the chat, feel free to comment away, talk about which films you were really impressed by, or tell us which festival you're here watching for. Is it the Toronto LiftOff Film Festival, the New York LiftOff Film Festival, or perhaps you're screening in both? I'm Natalie Daniels, the General Manager here at LiftOff, and this little monkey on my lap is Rupert. So we'll be hosting this stream together, although I feel like I'll be doing most of the talking. And we have Bilal in the chat room. Hi Bilal, thank you so much for joining, and he's joining us from Denmark. Where are you joining us from? Let us know in the comments as well. Our LiftOff studio here is based at Pinewood Studios, just outside of London. Welcome. Great, so let's start with the Toronto LiftOff Film Festival. So Toronto launched on Monday, the 2nd of August, and will be running for the full month, so the full duration of August, all the way up until Tuesday, the 31st of August. We have 5 programs taking part in the Toronto LiftOff Film Festival, starting with the Judges Select Shorts. So what are our programs and how have we divided them up? So the Judges Select Shorts are shorts that really wowed our judges. It's the ones that came back with the comments that said, these films are daring and sometimes experimental. So they are our short films. Really recommend checking out this program and all of the programs that I will be talking about today. We also have the Trendsetter Shorts. So our Trendsetter Shorts are a vast amount of genres. So we have short films, short documentaries, animation, music videos, even some VR films in there as well. And they all have their unique flair, which our judges picked up on. Then we have our New Voices Shorts. So these are films that are from filmmakers that are making their first steps in the industry. So filmmakers that are straight out of university or, as I just said, this is their first film. So very exciting program, and we love engaging with first-time filmmakers and joining them at their start of their journey and seeing where they go. So they are our 3 shorts programs. We also have our Judges Select features. So very much like our shorts, these are the features that wowed our judges. There are lots of documentaries and also live action narratives as well. So there really is something for everyone within this program. And then we have our Trendsetters features, which again is a wide vast of genres. We've got sci-fi, horror, we've got some comedy films in there as well. I think there's even some romantic comedies. So there really is, again, like I said, something for everyone in all of our programs there. And as the festival month goes on, we will be here every Friday, rounding the festival up, telling you which films are currently in the lead on each of the programs and what films our audiences are absolutely loving. So do stay tuned for all of those. I can see that there's people in the chat room here, so I'm just going to glance over to have a look. So we've got Cambay Cinema from France. Welcome. And we've got Alison McDonald saying hello from Canada, and woot woot Toronto from Laurent there as well. And hey Rupert, there you got a little hello as well. Yes. And Forge Photography say, hi, we are in Peterborough, UK, participating in the Toronto with our feature documentary. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for joining here today. Do let us know which program you are screening in, and I will also try and shout out your films. Okay, so for filmmakers that are taking part in the Toronto LiftOff Film Festival, and for those that are currently with us watching who are participating in the New York LiftOff Film Festival, I just wanted to redirect you to our hub. So you should have all received an invitation to join the LiftOff Network Hub. Here it is. This is what it looks like. And this is a place where our filmmakers can get to connect with the other filmmakers taking part in the festival. It's a fantastic opportunity to engage with each other's work and then connect with each other. As this event is taking place online, we are doing our best to connect you as best as we can. It's the one element of the live festivals that, and obviously the screening, but it's the one element of the live festivals that I'm really missing out on, and I know from talking to filmmakers they are as well. It's that connection, that ability to network after the screenings and talk about the films that they've just seen. So this is what we've created, and we have filmmakers in here that date back to London 2020 when this first launched. So if you are a filmmaker taking part, you will have access to this hub forever. There are different levels to the hub, but you will have basic access. So please use all of the features on here. So I'm just going to walk you through some of the features. So this is what the homepage looks like. But if you head down to Discovery, you can find out all of the things that are happening on the hub and during the festivals for your month. So at the moment, we've got the Toronto LiftOff invitation out for the focus groups. And the focus groups is an opportunity to connect with filmmakers that are also screening in your program. What we do is we invite you all to a secret group, and then you can chat away in there. But we also set up a call where then we can get that kind of face-to-face conversation going, where we find out a little bit more about who you are, what your film is, what was the inspiration behind the film, and what your career goals are. And then what we do within the group as well is give feedback on each other's project. It's so important that filmmakers receive feedback from their peers, and that's why we set up the focus groups. So you can have a look at all the different things that are going on here. If you head down to members, you will see top members, and here I am, and here's Claire, James, and also Hugh, the whole LiftOff team. But if you click on near you, you will see filmmakers that are based nearby. So here you can just keep on scrolling and see, for example, us. These are all the filmmakers based in London, but if you set your setting for Toronto or New York, it will tell you all the filmmakers that are based in your area. And it is very simple to just click on one of the filmmakers and then say hello and start a conversation. And this element is really powerful. So if you've seen one of the films on the Vimeo page and you'd love to connect, head over to the hub and see if you can find them and then start a conversation. Great. And then what else is there? You can also find the online chat here as well. So as well as activity that is happening with the festivals, there are also conversations, and if you look here, there is a job post that has just gone out. So we post job opportunities as well, and this one's based in London, but we do them from all around the world. So if you are looking for a job at the moment, let us know where, and we will do our best to find some for you. And then we do our announcements, our YouTube announcements of when we're going live, so you can follow all of the information there as well. And then we ask lots of questions like, what are you working on right now? So Cecilia says that she's working on a television documentary and short film development. And then Zara here posted about her Kickstarter campaign, and that she's got 20 days left of that campaign and wants to raise awareness. And by the looks of things, she's also looking for crew members. So she will be looking actively on the hub for people to help her out with her production. So it's a really, really cool place to just meet filmmakers, get lots more out of your festival than what you will by just watching the films. So please find that link and join us. Great. Okay, so that's the festival hub. And yes, like I said, it's where all of the activity takes place with LiftOff festivals. So please keep an eye on there. And it's a place where you can connect, network, and hopefully you meet other filmmakers that you resonate with and create a project. And we'll be sitting here, or maybe in a cinema space, hopefully, screening the work that you created from this festival. That would be very excited. So final thing to talk about before we move on to the New York LiftOff Film Festival, and something I think fits in quite nicely, is the prizes. So let's recap the prizes and then we'll move into New York. So as you can see, we have our LiftOff trophy here. So this is the trophy that 14 filmmakers receive at the end of the LiftOff Festival circuit. So we have 12 city-based festivals, and after each of the festivals, we nominate a handful of films to come and join us here at Primary Studios, where we roll out the red carpet, get the champagne flowing, and it's our equivalent to it's our equivalent to the Oscars, put it that way. It's the LiftOff celebrations, the LiftOff season awards, where we have 14 categories, and I think last time we had something like 75 nominations across the board in those 14 categories, where then 14 filmmakers walked away with one of these trophies. So that's one of the prizes for Toronto and both New York, where we will be handing out season award nominations. We will also be handing out winners who will be screening at either the Toronto LiftOff Film Festival next year or the New York LiftOff Film Festival if you're taking part in New York. And then we also do the Audience Choice Roundtable, which is a roundtable where we invite 4 or 5 films to join us for a director's commentary on our YouTube channel, where we break down the film, find out more from the filmmakers, what they're working on next, and just their career aspirations and goals. And if you want to know what one of those look like, we did the New York we did the Tokyo one yesterday, and it was a fantastic roundtable where we talked to 3 of the filmmakers that won that award. So highly recommend. You can find all of them on our YouTube channel. Okay, great. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. Cool, so lots of people talking with each other here, which is great. Hello from New York. Hello from India. And then you're discussing about what films you are. Great, thank you. I will keep trying to refer back to this as we now move on to the New York LiftOff Film Festival. So let's start with the judges select. So before I announce which films will be moving into the network round, the network round will be going live today after this stream, where the films will be available to watch on the hub. So on the hub I just showed, for 1 week. After that, we will be then announcing the winners, season award nominations, and also the Audience Choice Award, which will go to 4 or 5 filmmakers. Okay, so yeah, all of these films I'm about to announce will be available on the hub for you to watch. Okay, so let's start with the shorts. So well done to Being Alive, directed by Dallin Nilsson from the USA. So this film follows, after completing her mother's birthday present, Jade discovers a heartbreaking secret that will change her family forever. Feeling confused and isolated, Jade must decide if her mum is deserving of a gift. So this follows the story of Jade, and really well done, Dallin. You've been with us from the beginning of the New York LiftOff Film Festival to now be migrating into the network round. Well done. We also have Thereafter, directed by Pierce Stephan from New York City itself. Great to have a local filmmaker migrating into the network round as well. So this follows a young woman who is isolated by the fear of the inevitable, but she finds solace in an unlikely digital companion, forcing her to reevaluate her life, her relationship, and herself. Then we also have Hinge, which is a new one in the mix, but this is one of the films that was highlighted by the jury as one to watch. So this will be migrating into the network round, and this is directed by Gwendolyn Granger, also from the United States. Hinge is a short film about Layla, an overworked artist in New York City, who comes home to find herself locked out of her apartment. Her husband is home, so why is she still locked out? A really, really strong short film that uses one location to tell the whole story. Well done. Okay, and also moving into the network round is Galileo, directed by Ryan Gentle and Austin Quells from the USA as well. So this is a film that follows Alexander, a space-loving daydreamer, hopes to pass the love on to his son, Galileo. As he grows up, Galileo realizes he needs to break away from his father's hope to find his own path. But his path is closer to his father's dreams than he ever thought. So well done to those 4 films that made it through to the network round from the judges' select shorts. Let's find out who made it through from the trendsetter shorts. So first of all, we have Driving Bee, directed by Crocs Bellegarde from the USA as well. And this follows a man who has 8 hours to transport This follows a man that has 8 hours to transport his boss's off-the-rails girlfriend along with a contraband to Atlantic City. but will he deliver? We also have Recalling, directed by Ariel Glenn and Edoardo Benettini. And this follows the story of a young woman named Emma who leaves the city for the countryside during the pandemic. And then we also have Songs of the Open Road, the story of the Southern Californian Youth Chorale. And this is directed by Melissa Dowler. So this follows the story of the Southern Californian Youth Chorale, and it's inspired by one extraordinary music teacher who took on a difficult task of challenging teenagers of the 60s and 70s to become musical ambassadors while performing around the world. And this documentary follows how this experience continues to affect their lives today. So really well done to those 3 films that will be joining us in the network round from the Trendsetter Shorts. Then we have our Trailblazers Shorts. So let's start with Rachel. Rachel is directed by Zen Peace, and it is also from America. It's great to see so many films migrating across from America, considering this is our New York festival. So Rachel follows the life, recounting her life as a daughter and young mother grappling with addiction, Rachel Marshall makes generational amends from the pain of her drug use, giving thanks to those who inspired her along the way. It's a really heartwarming documentary, so I recommend, if you have the opportunity to watch it in the network round, to do so. Then it's followed by The Line, which is a film from New Zealand, directed by Everett Marston. So The Line is a dystopian drama set in a world where males and females are kept completely separate by a line, except for reproduction. And again, this is a film that we've been mentioning over and over again in our roundups. So well done for making it through. And then also Scar, directed by Alison Hale from the USA. Scar is a short film about what it's like to be diagnosed with cancer as a teenager. Again, this is a film that we've seen pop up a few times on our weekly roundups. So well done to you 3 for making it through. So the final shorts program, which is the New Voices Shorts, let's find out which films have made it through. So we have A Man Cleans a Toilet. So this has been a firm favourite with audiences throughout the festival, so well done for making it through. This is directed by Jennifer Hernandez, and it follows siblings Anna and Carlito as they scramble to clean their home before their mother arrives back with a new boyfriend. A fun storyline, and well done for making it through. Then we have La Bouette, directed by Josh Gavin from the USA, and it follows a woman's dark secret which is revealed on her family on a family farm. Sorry, a woman's dark secret is revealed on her small family farm. If you watched the judges' highlights, which took place last week with the co-founder James Bradley, he talked about this film, and I recommend giving it a watch. It's very unique in its style and not to everyone's taste, but it is a very, very well put together film, and I would definitely recommend giving it a watch. Then we also have Criminal Rejects, which is directed by Michael De Palma from the USA. And this follows the story of these 2 guys who, after failing to get hired by the mob, 2 wannabe criminals take matters into their own hands by robbing the house of a pizza Mongol. There we have it. So they are the shorts that will be migrating into the network round. So let's find out a little bit more about the features that will also be migrating. So let's start with the judges select features. So the first one is My Hair, My Rules. Again, another film that has been reappearing throughout the weekly roundups. So well done to Ronald Hinton and also Joel Hamada from USA. So this follows the story of 24-year-old Ronald, and he can be spotted in a crowd with his signature afro. It's taken him years to love and grow his luscious curls, but underneath them, he's hiding a receding hairline. Well done for making it through the network round. Then we also have In the Water, Behind the Lens, and this is directed by Johnny Gonzalez from the USA. I'm not sure if he's in the chat. He was in the chat last week, but I'm sure he'll be watching this at a later date. Really well done for getting through. This is a film about water photography and the dangers and challenges they face to get the shot seen in magazine and covers all around the world. If you're into surfing, into water photography, the ocean lifestyle, then this is a documentary for you. Then we have the Insurer as well, which is directed by Antonio Vans from Belgium. So this follows a young woman who is a fraud agent who needs to pair up with an ex-agent to investigate on a possible fraudster. Unintentionally, they will be forced to help the fraudster to save an innocent person. There we have it. And then also we have The Imaginary State by Alan Fischer from Sweden. So inspired by true events, the film tells the story of a Chilean man who travels to Sweden searching for the answer to a crime that involves his family. As he does so, he becomes a terrorist. Wow. Okay. Moving into the final program, we've got Trendsetters Features. So we have the first film, which is Gentleman, directed by Jake Wazanski and Holden Struchlag. And this is a story about an unexpected incident that happened at high school, and high school senior Ryan Minette does everything in his power to cover it up, to be with the love of his life. The next film is The Lost Scene, directed by Maddie Roback. As a filmmaker, Maggie Roback moved through life with one question that kept emerging in her head, and that was, where did all the bands go? And then we have The Lost One. So not to be confused with The Lost Scene, this is The Lost One, directed by Damien Hassey from Australia. And this follows the story of a missing teenage girl. So while tracking down a missing teenage girl, former police officer Shane Conway uncovers shocking secrets of the elite, who will do anything to keep them hidden. So well done to our filmmakers there. But we have one special mention that we would like to have the opportunity to mention that will also be migrating into the network round, and that is Hello Sunshine, directed by Joe Quint from the USA as well. And this follows the story of Roz Pinchado, who is more than a domestic violence and gun violence survivor. She is a warrior. Despite of, or because of, being thrown off a bridge by an abusive ex-boyfriend, the unsolved murder of her brother, and suicide of her identical twin sister, she's able to channel her trauma into services by helping the often forgotten people of North Philadelphia. A really, really solid documentary that pulls at all the heartstrings, and just reading that logline itself just tells you everything that this woman has gone through. But the fact that she's helping the community and getting through it, that's inspirational. So they are the films that will be migrating to the network round, and it will be going live this afternoon for 1 week. So you'll have the opportunity to watch all of these films for 1 week, and then we'll be back here next Friday, and I will be joined by Claire, who will be announcing the New York winners, and we'll be doing the first roundup of the Toronto LiftOff Film Festival. Wow, thank you so much for all of the conversations in the chat. I can see that Claire is here as well, who is answering some questions. Thank you, Claire. Yes, wow, I'm just quickly looking through to see if there's anything that I should be announcing out loud. But it just looks like a lot of you have been talking among yourselves. So thank you so much for being so active in the chat and for watching this stream here today. I guess that is everything. We will be back here next Friday. Do go and engage with the other filmmakers in the hub and engage with us in the hub as well. But that is everything. So from myself and from little Rupert here, thank you for joining. Say goodbye. Bye-bye then. Yeah, bye-bye.